Start. Waiting. Come on, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, June 15th, 2023, and this is our Mastermind Mastery meeting, our 10:30 a.m. Mastermind Mastery meeting. This morning, we are going to continue with what we started earlier this week, and that is the Jim Rohn Mastery, the 5 philosophies. I mean, Jim Rohn is he's gone now, but he was one of the most influential people when it comes to understanding how business works, specifically network marketing businesses. Now, our business is not a network marketing business, but it does have network marketing components. So his philosophies obviously apply to what we do and how we do it. Last time we spoke, we covered the first 2 philosophies. Those who are taking notes, which I hope is everybody, or rather we covered the first 4, we covered the first 3 philosophies. For those who are taking notes, the first philosophy is profits are better than wages. Understanding that profits hold greater potential than wages is essential to your success. He spoke about working part-time on building your own fortune can lead to financial success and freedom. Philosophy number 2. It's not what happens, but what you do about it. Jim Rohn spoke about taking action and responsibility for our lives. He basically reminds us that our response to events and circumstances determines our future and what we have, and that we have the power to shape our destiny. And guys, please, again, your camera should be on. You should be in the shot. We should be able to see you. Let's develop. These are simple habits. These are not high-level functional habits. These are things that you can literally train a 7-year-old to do. Let's make sure we keep our cameras on, because again, as we have people, we have new people here, we have people who've been around for a while, people need to be in the habit of having their cameras on and being engaged. Because when people see you with your camera on and see you engaged, they will think that they need to be what? Engaged with their cameras on as well. When people see you and your name is all that appears on your screen, they don't know what you're doing. So in their minds, they'll think it's okay not to do anything. Now, is this beneficial? No. Why isn't it beneficial? It's not beneficial because it does not let them get the knowledge they need, and thus does not let them help them win as quickly as they should. Anyway, philosophy number 3, the set of the sail determines your destination. We covered this, that was the last thing we covered the last time. Basically, rather than being at the mercy of external forces, Jim Rohn teaches us that it's our mindset, our attitude, and our personal philosophy that dictates the outcome of our lives. He talks about how we have the ability to set a better course for ourselves by cultivating a positive mindset and continuously learning and growing. So now that we've covered the 3 we covered prior to today, let's cover number 4 and number 5. Number 4, his philosophy is, for things to change, you have to change. For things in your life to change, for things in your life to get better, you have to get better. And here he basically highlights the importance of personal growth and self-improvement in bringing about meaningful transformations in our lives. Rather than passively waiting for external circumstances to change or relying on luck and fortune, he talks about true change starting from within. So you are the change you want to see. You want to have a better business? You have to do the things required to have a better business. You want to have a better personal life? You have to do the things required to have a better personal life. You want to have better health? You have to do the things required to have better health. Then you can't be a gambler when it comes to success. You have to be proactive in your success journey. According to Rohn, The key to achieving positive change in our lives lies in our willingness to take responsibility for our own lives and actively work on improving ourselves. A lot of people do not actively work on improving themselves. I can't understand why people don't do more when it comes to that. Personally, I try to improve myself every day, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and so on and so forth. But we're talking about business. Every day you need to have an agenda on how you can improve yourself, whether it's reading, whether it's listening to audios, whether it's plugging into training, something that is going to make you a better version of yourself. It has to be non-negotiable. You know, Jim Rohn believes that our personal development and the acquisition of new skills and knowledge are crucial catalysts for creating the life we desire. Our personal development, not somebody else's development. A lot of times, a lot of us are concerned about why are people not showing up? Why are they not doing this? I have no team. Nobody's listening to me. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, but then we don't look in the mirror and see ourselves. Why are we not the change we want to be? Why are we not doing what we need to do to get to where we need to go? Can't answer that question. Only you can answer that question for yourself. But the bottom line is our personal development and the acquisition of new skills and knowledge are crucial catalysts for creating the life we desire. Jim Rohn encourages us to shift our focus from seeking external solutions to developing our own abilities and our own mindsets. A lot of times, like in this business, we are expecting that new associate. Oh my God, I need a new teammate, that new teammate who's going to make things happen, blah, 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 blah. But we don't understand that the only teammate we really need to win here is ourselves. If we do the work, everything will fall in place. So Jim Rohn, basically, like I said, encourages us to shift our focus from seeking external solutions to developing our own abilities and mindset. By investing in our personal growth, we become better equipped to face challenges. We become better equipped to overcome obstacles, and we become better equipped to make the most of opportunities that come our way. We've spoken about the reticular activator. If you are not success focused, your reticular activator is not going to look for success for you. If you are sitting down feeling sorry for yourself, you cannot win. There are plenty of people in this business and in other businesses and in life who were at some point everything. And now they're nothing. Why? Because they are no longer focused on success. You hear of athletes who once upon a time were at the top of the world, and now they can't even, they get caught by their teams. Their teams are like, yeah, no, we can't continue with you. Sorry, we have to let you go. You have business people, same thing. But that is because they themselves they are not focused on what? They are not focused on a conscious decision to improve themselves and take consistent action towards where they want to be. So again, we have to be the change we're looking for. He also talks about rather than being limited by circumstances, we need to take, and I've said this already, we need to change our lives. And when we start doing that, when we change ourselves, when we decide to improve and become better, we can change. What happens? We can change our perception. We see things differently. We can change our attitude. We feel things differently. And we can change our actions. We react or act differently. Ultimately, this leads us to different outcomes and experiences. Literally, same exact person, same exact situation. But by simply changing our perception, by simply changing our attitude, and by simply changing our action, we can actually have a completely different outcome and a completely different experience. His philosophy basically underscores the significance of continuous learning. He talks about you have to be a student. You have to be a student. You can't reach the point where you've learned everything. He talks about self-reflection. look inwards and see what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. And he talks about self-discipline. I've spoken to you guys at length about this. I'll keep talking about it. We need to be self-disciplined. We need to do what we need to do so that we can get to where we need to get to, but that requires discipline. He encourages individuals to cultivate a growth mindset, embrace personal responsibility, and make deliberate choices that align with their aspirations. You see, the challenge a lot of people have is they don't have a growth mindset. If you were to ask yourself, in all sincerity, you don't need to answer this question here, but if you were to ask yourself, what areas have I decided to grow in today? The answer for most people is none. The answer for most people is none. Most people have no area they want to improve on every day. Same thing with personal responsibility. What areas of my life am I responsible for and am I going to change? For example, in this business, one of the things we have to do is prospect. It has to be done. It's our personal responsibility to prospect. It's not my responsibility to make you prospect. It's not your downline's responsibility to make you prospect. It's your responsibility to prospect. But how many people embrace that personal responsibility and say, it's my responsibility to prospect, and I will go prospect, and I will make sure I get X number of names today? And then how many people make deliberate choices that align with their aspirations? So I know, for example, it's my responsibility to get 10 names and numbers today. What's a deliberate choice that aligns with that? Talking to enough people in the market to get 10 names and numbers. If you know that's your personal responsibility, but your choices don't, your actions don't align with that, it's not going to happen. I don't care how much you want it. So by focusing on personal improvement, we become agents of change in our own lives, positively impacting our relationships, positively impacting our career, and positively impacting our overall well-being. It's doable. It's doable. We just have to make a choice to do it. So basically, this philosophy urges us to become proactive in our pursuit of change. In other words, be victors, don't be victims. Chase your dreams, chase your goals. Don't wait for them to happen. Yes, it's wonderful you guys show up. Yes, it's wonderful you guys go through the motions, but you have to be fanatical about it. You have to treat it like you are fighting for your life. So Jim Rohn's, this philosophy highlights the transformative power of self-improvement and personal growth as essential drivers for creating the life we envision. Everybody here envisions a great life. Everybody here envisions a life that is full of abundance. But if we don't do the work proactively, it's not going to happen. By recognizing that change starts from within, we can embrace personal development as a lifelong journey and unlock our full potential. So again, that is philosophy number what? That is philosophy number 4. In other words, that's the philosophy of, for things to change, you have to change. Which brings us to the last in this group of philosophies, and he has more, but I just decided to pick 5 philosophies from the talk. Philosophy number 5 is, don't wish for less, wish for more. What exactly does this mean? This philosophy encourages us to adopt a proactive and growth-oriented mindset when facing challenges and difficulties in life. You know, we joke about it. There is a meme on social media that says, I want problems always. That's exactly what this philosophy is. Don't say, oh, wow, universe, you're giving me too many challenges, too many headaches. I want less. No, what you want is the reverse. You want more challenges. Why? Because when you have that, you are able to grow more. Rather than wishing for fewer challenges, he emphasizes the importance of developing the skills, knowledge, and wisdom necessary to navigate through them successfully. Your biggest challenge in life at this point in time, please, if you've not written anything else, write this down. If you've not written anything else, write this down. your biggest challenge in life at this moment was somebody's stepping stone at some point in time. Your biggest challenge, whatever your biggest challenge is, I don't know what it is, but your biggest challenge was somebody's stepping stone at some point in time. In other words, somebody saw the same things you're seeing, somebody went through the same things you're going through, and somebody used that to get to the next level. So again, you want to have that mindset that my current challenges are merely stepping stones to the person I am going to become. So anyway, Rohn suggests that challenges are not to be avoided or wished away, but rather embraced as opportunities for personal growth and development. Don't say, oh my God, I wish it didn't happen to me. I wish this didn't happen to me. This is no. Embrace them. Embrace them as opportunities for personal growth and development. Because that's how you grow. When that happens, you become a stronger and more capable individual. He believes, Jim Rohn believes that it is through overcoming difficulties that we acquire valuable experiences, skills, and insights that enable us to become stronger and more capable individuals. We live in an age, folks, where a lot of people succumb to what? To a victim mentality. They're constantly seeking an easier path. They're constantly seeking the easiest way out. He encourages us to actively seek personal and professional growth. He says, invest our time and our energy in developing the necessary skills and acquiring the knowledge to tackle challenges head on. I've said that already. Because again, when we do that, we are able to increase our capacity to handle adversity and achieve greater levels of success and fulfillment. Now, the challenge a lot of people have is they think that wishing for more means they are greedy or whatever. But he says that wishing for more doesn't imply greed or materialistic desires. Rather, it urges us to expand our capabilities, broaden our horizons, and strive for continuous improvements. Because the higher the standard we play at, the more we can do for the world around us. And ultimately, we want to have a better world. Nobody is seeking to have a worse world. And I'm not talking of the world as in the universe. I'm talking of personal world. You want to have a better world for yourself, for the people who are in your side, for people in your circle. And the only way you can create that is by having the ability to overcome more challenges. So in practical terms, folks, this philosophy entails seeking out learning opportunities, pursuing personal development, and seeking mentors and role models who can inspire and guide us on our journey. Again, it involves embracing challenges as stepping stones to personal growth and cultivating a mindset that views setbacks as temporary obstacles. So next time you are faced with a challenge, don't say to yourself, this challenge is so huge, nothing works. Just say, this is a challenge I have to overcome. And again, a very simple example is prospecting. And I wish more of you listen to what I tell you. If you're prospecting, your goal is to prospect people who look like they are in the market. Your goal is to prospect the most successful looking people you see. The sooner you sell out to listening to what I'm telling you in this regard, the sooner you'll be better off. When you prospect the most successful looking person you see the first time, you're going to have a challenge. You might be nervous. Your palms might be sweaty. You might be mumbling, you might be stuttering, you might be unsure, you might be insecure, you might have a ton of challenges. And for all your efforts, the person might say no. That was a challenge. But guess what? You go to the next person. The same thing happens. but maybe it's been reduced by 1%. What next? You go to the next person, the same thing happens, but the challenges are again reduced by what? By 1%. You go to the next person, the same thing happens, but what happens now? The challenges are again reduced by 1%. You do it 50 times, and I'm not a mathematician, so this is not a mathematical formula by any stretch of the imagination, but you go to the next part, you do it 50 times. Your challenges, if you want to call them that, have now been reduced by 50%. So whereas once upon a time when you talk to people, your palms are sweaty, you're stuttering, your body is visibly shaking, now maybe only half of those things are happening. Why? Because you subconsciously started overcoming those challenges. Well, guess what? You keep on going. You keep on going. You do it 50 times more. And again, I'm just giving numbers. I'm not saying that's exactly how it works. You do it 50 times more. At some point in time, you won't even know this, but you are now literally able to go up to anybody, even the president of the United States, and prospect them without missing a beat, without stuttering, without being nervous, without being afraid, without being worried, without anything. Why? Because you have mastered how to overcome those challenges. You've mastered how to overcome those challenges. You've become better. Your personal growth has gotten to the point where what once upon a time was able to stop you in your tracks is now nothing. So by adopting Rohn's philosophy of wishing for more rather than less, we shift our focus from seeking comfort and avoidance of difficulties to actively seeking growth, development, and self-mastery. Because your self-mastery is the key thing he's talking about. Your self-mastery is the key thing he is talking about. And it's not difficult. Like I said, you do the same thing over and over again, it becomes second nature. And that's the whole purpose of his fifth philosophy. Don't wish for less, wish for more. My throat is so sore. I'm so sorry, guys. So again, for example, you want to become a master prospector, getting a ton of names, go talk to more people. I promise you, any of you who leaves your home today and comes to this office and on the way talks to 30 people, I don't care who you are. If you talk to 30 people in the market, you are going to get a few names and numbers. And if you do that every day for the next 10 days, you're going to have a few players on your team. Why? Because you have increased your mastery. You have become better at what you were worse at doing earlier. So again, when we have this mindset, we are empowered to embrace challenges. We want to seek challenges. We want to overcome those challenges. We want to learn from them. And we want to continuously strive for personal and professional excellence. So bottom line, it reminds us that our true potential lies beyond our comfort zone, and that through deliberate effort and hunger for growth, we can achieve remarkable things in our lives. So now that we've covered the 5 philosophies, let me go over them again with everybody, because I know some of you are still not taking notes. Philosophy 1, profits are better than wages. Understanding that profits hold greater potential than wages is essential. Work part-time on building your business and your fortune so that you can have financial success and freedom down the line. That is if you're working full-time for someone else. If you're working for no one else, spend your energy and your time building your fortune, because that's the most important thing you can do for yourself in an economic capitalist system. Number 2, it's not what happens, but what to do about it. We're all going to run into stuff, but we have to take responsibility. How we respond to things determines our future, and we have the power to shape our destiny. Philosophy 3, The set of the sail determines your destination. Rather than being at the mercy of external factors, our mindset, our attitude, and our personal philosophy dictates the outcome. We have the ability to set a better course for ourselves by cultivating a positive mindset and continuously learning and growing. Number 4, for things to change, you have to change. He emphasizes personal growth and self-improvement as catalyst for change. Instead of wishing for external circumstances to change, he encourages us to focus on developing ourselves to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. Philosophy 5, don't wish for less, wish for more. Rather than wishing for fewer problems or challenges, he advises us to develop the skills and wisdom necessary to navigate whatever comes our way successfully. Embrace challenges as opportunities for growth and acquire the knowledge and skills needed to overcome them, so that the things which once were issues now become something in our rear view. So again, his philosophies basically provide a roadmap for success in business, period, especially in a business where you have to work with people. By embracing the principles of pursuing profits, taking ownership of our lives, setting a positive course, investing in personal growth, and facing challenges head on, we can all achieve remarkable results. We can all achieve remarkable results. Success in business and in life requires continuous improvement. It also requires what? It requires resilience, and it requires a willingness to adapt. So you take these philosophies, and again, guys, go listen to the whole audio. I know Mariama is doing a series on it at 6:30. So obviously she's going to cover things I may not have covered. But the point is, go listen to the audio for yourself. And there are plenty of Jim Rohn audios. Just let's start with this one. So apply these philosophies and create a brighter future for yourself and see what happens. You have nothing to lose. Up is the only direction you need to go in. All right, people, that's it for me for this morning. God bless Team Alpha, God bless America, and most importantly, God bless you. We have training at 6 p.m. today. Please make sure you rally your people. Make sure you rally your people to training. We want everyone to benefit from what it is we share, because we want everybody to win. And please, even if you're not doing so right now, encourage yourself to always keep your camera on.